Hello and welcome to A Closer Look with Tom and Terry, the podcast where we explore interesting topics, spark your curiosity, and keep things light and informative. I'm Tom, and as always, I'm joined by the wonderful Terry.
Hi everyone! This week, we're tuning into the unique, rich sounds and fascinating history of the steel guitar, from its Hawaiian roots to the complex pedal steels used in country music today. There's a lot to uncover, so whether you're a musician, a music lover, or just curious, stay with us.
Absolutely, Terry. Let's start with a little background. The steel guitar first took shape in Hawaii around the 1800s when Joseph Keikoku discovered the magic of sliding a steel bar across guitar strings laid flat on the lap. That smooth, gliding sound that emerged quickly captivated audiences, and Hawaiian music, and with it the steel guitar sound, spread far beyond the islands.
Yeah, and that sound evolved into several distinctive types of steel guitars. You've got the lap steel, which is played on the lap and has a simpler setup without pedals. Then there's the dobro, a resonator guitar that brought more volume acoustically, popular in bluegrass and folk. But the real game changer was the electric amplification in the 1930s, and soon after, the invention of the pedal steel guitar.
Right. And the pedal steel, with its foot pedals and knee levers, revolutionized how musicians could shape the instrument's sound. Instead of physically moving the bar to change pitch, players could now bend strings in real time while playing, allowing for smooth chord transitions and expressive melodic lines. This made the pedal steel a staple in country, western swing, and later many other genres.
Speaking of the different steels, let's talk about the technical side. The lap steel is straightforward. Fewer strings, no pedals. You handle watchful tuning and bar technique, using bar slants and multiple necks for varied tunings if you like. Pedal steel setups are heavier and more complex, often featuring 10-string necks with multiple pedals and knee levers, allowing for harmonic flexibility and those signature crying bends you hear in country music.
And that brings us nicely to tunings. The two most common pedal steel tunings are E9 and C6. E9 is tuned higher and brighter, used generally on the right neck of double-neck steels. It's great for melodic playing and quick chord changes, and is what you'll hear on most country records.
C6, on the other hand, is typically the left neck or used on single neck pedals, tuned lower and warmer. It's perfect for jazz, Hawaiian, and Western swing styles because it supports more complex chords and harmonies.
While E9 focuses more on pitch bends for emotional leads, C6 allows for rich chord voicings that jazz and swing players love. So, if someone is just starting out on pedal steel, which tuning should they learn first?
Most teachers and players recommend starting with the E9. It's used most widely in the styles people typically hear on the radio, and the pedal mechanics for bending and chord changes in E9 are a solid foundation. Then, once you get comfortable, moving on to C6 can broaden your musical range and open up jazzier and more complex playing styles.
Now, I think a question many listeners might have is the steel guitar still relevant today? Has it seen its better days, or is it going away?
Good question. While it's true that the steel guitar is a niche instrument compared to the regular guitar, it's far from going away. In fact, interest in lap steels and pedal steels has been growing among younger players recently. The steel guitar's distinctive voice remains deeply woven into country, blues, gospel, and Hawaiian music. And with the internet and social media, more people than ever are discovering how to play and appreciate it.
Yeah, social media has played a big role in that. Platforms like YouTube and TikTok make it much easier for beginners to access lessons and performances, connect with a community, and get inspired. It can be a bit daunting when you see pros playing complex parts, but overall, it's been a great tool to break down barriers and keep the steel guitar tradition alive and vibrant.
Exactly. Social media helps demystify the steel guitar's complexity and encourages learning through video demos, tutorials, and player interactions. That kind of exposure creates more opportunities for people to pick up the instrument and keeps the culture around it lively.
I love how the steel guitar can blend tradition and innovation, from its Hawaiian roots to the sophisticated pedal mechanics that let players bend multiple strings on the fly. It's an instrument that's rich in history and full of musical possibilities. And for all you listeners who might be thinking about picking one up, there's no shortage of resources and community support out there. Whether you start with lap steel or pedal steel, E9 or C6 tuning, the journey is rewarding and full of discovery.
Thanks for that, Tom. And thank you, everyone, for joining us today on A Closer Look with Tom and Terry. If you enjoyed this episode on steel guitars, please subscribe, give us a like, and leave any topics you want us to cover in the comments. We love hearing your suggestions.
That's right. Keep exploring the music around you, and we'll be back soon with more intriguing stories and insights. Until next time, take care.